cyanotype newspaper, and it's in a small town in Colorado. And it's nice to see a few of those things are still hanging around. Back to you, K308.
Well, do you have any idea how many small-town newspapers are left in America? Any idea? I've not researched that, but I know it couldn't be many.
Jack, unfortunately, I don't know, but yeah, I think you're right. There's probably not too many of them left, which is really a shame. Local newspapers, they certainly had a place in society, that is for sure. Back to you, K308.
Oh, they sure did. And what's really great is that there are so many newspaper archives online that you can go back and do your research on specific things that you might remember from the old days or something that happened just a few years ago when the newspaper was still in circulation. Pretty interesting. So, yeah, that's great. All right. Well, hey, you and Polo have a fantastic Friday. Hey, what's the smoke look like over there? Over here in Wedgwood, man, it's pretty thick.
Jack, it's like heavy overcast over here. Yeah, not even a shadow of any kind. Back to you, K308.
Yeah, no kidding. At first I thought, wow, we got some fog rolling in, but then I remembered, no, it's smoke from Canada. Oh, man, anyway. All right, Rich, you and Paul have a great day. Well, try to have a great day and enjoy the weekend. We'll see you up at the swap meet up there at Edmonds Woodway High School on Sunday. That's going to be a lot of fun. Lloyd, thank you very much for dropping by. Good to hear you this morning. KD7PWB, Dave in Prineville. Good morning to you, Dave.
Yeah, that was quite the pile-up, Jack. I gotta say. Hey, great to hear you on the air this morning. Thanks for taking over for Ron there, and much appreciated. Yeah, and I'll bet he's having an absolute ball going back to the homeland and all that. So, yeah, very, very cool. Let's see. Well, we got a sunny day, sort of, here. We do have a lot of smoke here. Our AQI this morning is 157, so. But not too bad as things go around here. We did have some thunderstorms last night that rolled through, but no new fires started near us. That was the good thing. We didn't have any thunderstorms overhead. We couldn't see any lightning from where we were. But down south and the east of Bend, there are a couple of new starts, so that's kind of too bad. But I think they got enough rain with it that maybe it's not going to be too hard to get those little spot fires put out and done with. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, but we're doing good. Sam's got the day off, of course, so she's not going to be working Fridays anymore, so that's kind of fun. Gives us a little more time to go play. What can you say? And yeah, so we got some rocks that have been tumbling now for a month, and so we're going to open tumblers today and on the polish for the last week. So it's time to crack those open and see what we got, and let's see what else is going on. I got some shopping to do and some donations to drop off and all that fun stuff that you do in this small town. So, hey, with that, thanks again for doing the net. I'll turn it back and say 73s, and everybody have a great day. This is KD7, Papa Whiskey Bravo Dave, the High Desert Pirate Radio.
All right, Dave. Hey, real quick, boy, sounds like you got a busy day, a busy weekend, but real quick, I wanted to find out how are the lake levels for any firefighting water resources?
The reservoirs are down, but they aren't, it's not like they're gone, so people are still boating out there, the ramps are still open and that kind of thing. So, at the moment, we're okay for water for firefighting, for sure. And, over on the west side, we went by Foster Reservoir the other day, and it's chock full. So, they're actually doing pretty well. But here we are down a little bit, that's for sure, but the rivers are all running, and reservoirs are, I don't know, they're probably about 60-70% full, so... But, as the summer goes on, they'll continue to drop. But right now, everything's looking pretty good, and they are able to scoop water and pump water and do all that fun stuff. So, back to you, K87, Papa Whiskey Bravo.
Oh, that's good. Okay, great. All right, well, hey, have a great Friday. Thank you so much, Dave, for checking in. And Sam, enjoy your new schedule with Fridays off. Oh, that's fantastic. You've earned it. All right. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Sam. All right, we're going to go to Bill next. However, we are going to transition to John, W7JSM, hosting today. I was just getting the net started for him there. So I'm going to hand it over to John now, W7JSM, up there in Woodinville. John, go ahead, please. KI7, RMU.
All right, Jack, sorry for the late entry here. I forgot to put it on my calendar and kind of spaced it. So yeah, I'll take it from here. So, Bill, KM7, FRW, how are you?
Good morning, John. Good morning, Jack. And good morning, everybody else out there. I'm in Rainier Beach in South Seattle, enjoying a cool morning, listening to the crows talk to each other, get their plans for the day all set up. I'm going to be pretty busy today getting ready for the Seattle Emergency Hubs drill tomorrow. That's running tomorrow, August 15th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The Rainier Beach Hub will be activating along with 3 others in the city. I believe it's Roosevelt and oh yeah, shoot, I'll remember those in a minute. Anyway, I'm going to be radio operator tomorrow, along with my neighbor and friend Joe Visconti. I'm going to be going to the gym this morning, and then I'm going to spend the rest of the day making sure all my equipment is squared away for tomorrow, get everything staged and ready to throw in the car in the morning. Also, I'm going to spend part of the day making sure that my laptop is set up to work with FL Digi, so we'll have another alternative channel of communication. And that's my day. I hope I'm not at the 3-minute mark yet. So anyway, this is Kilo Mike 7, Foxtrot Romeo Whiskey, Bill in South Seattle, 73 to everybody, and thanks to y'all for running the net. Over.
Well, thank you, Bill, for your check-in. Listen to the crows chatting. I do that, too. I have a place that I go for lunch. Sometimes it's just a park, and I go sit in the park and eat lunch. And the crows know the color of my truck. I think they follow me because I usually give them a breadcrumb or something. Anyway, good luck putting all your radio stuff together there, and thank you for stopping in this morning. And try to stay smoke-free out there. I know it's a little bit, it's not real bad, but it's there's a little bit of smoke in the air out there. Anyway, Bill, thank you, and have a great day. With that, it's 9:13. This is John, W7JSM, and you're listening to the 9 a.m. PSRG net. I'm covering for Ron today and R70, and I'm looking for more check-ins. So if you're out there, all I need is your name and call.
KM7 FRW, Bill, recheck.
Bill, come ahead with your recheck real quick.
Yeah, I was having a little bit of brain lock. I often get that way when I have a keyed mic in front of my face, and I temporarily could not remember the names of the other hubs that were participating in the drill. So there's Rainier Beach, there's Roosevelt, Morgan Junction, and Madison Valley. KM7 FRW, over.
Oh, okay, Bill. Thank you for that information, and it sounds like a good gathering there. So yeah, hopefully you'll get the drill will go good, and everything will be as it should be. Anyway, thank you, Bill. Have a great day. 7-3. With that, let's see if we can build some more on this list of check-ins. All I need your name and call.
W7
Kilo Foxtrot 7, Alpha Zulu Victor Alec.
Okay, Alec, I got you. I heard another station back there, but Alec kind of stepped on you. Could you come ahead?
Sure. Whiskey 7, Charlie Lima Foxtrot, Chuck, in and out.
Okay, I got your I.O., Chuck. Thank you much for that, and have a good day. Anybody else out there? Name and call.
Kilo Mike 7, Golf Sierra Golf, Graham for In and Out on Wicked 8. But I just want to say thanks for doing the net, and to you and Jack, of course. 73.
Okay, I got two of you on that one. Kilo Mike 7, Golf Sierra Golf, and WQ7H. And I heard James say he was I.O. Are you I.O. also, Graham?
That is correct. Yep, I'm on break right now, and so I got to get back to work. But hope everybody has a great weekend. Again, my hat's off to you, John, and of course Jack. Kilo Mike 7, Golf Sierra Golf.
All right, Graham, thank you much. I got Graham with an I.O. and WQ7H James with an I.O. Next, please.
Kilo Delta 9, Mike Sierra X-Ray. The name here is Mark.
Okay, Mark, I got you on the list. Who else is out there? Name and call.
Kilo 7, November Yankee Whiskey, Dave.
Okay, Dave, I got you on the list. Next, please. Okay, we can take a couple at a time here. So let's see. Mark, KD9S or MSX. How are you?
I'm good, John. Thank you very much. I love this net. You guys are doing a great job on here, and sometimes it gets pretty good about different things. And I know you guys like to talk about trains. Spent 34 years on a railroad, so I understand the fascination with trains because I have it too. And so that's good. And also, I offer to everybody that listens to us on our net. We have a net here in Indiana, and we have podcasts, and we have a new podcast coming out today, and it's called Leading the Net, an amateur controller's guide. So it's about you guys, John, that run the nets and what's involved and everything else. And that's on W9ATG.org, W9ATG.org. And we're trying to get rid of the rain here today. We've been in days of rain, so hopefully we can dry out a little bit today. Back to the net. And John, thank you very much for running the net. It's great. So take care of yourself. KD9MSX.
Well, hey, Mark, thank you for your report. That's cool that you have a podcast about net control. So I wrote that down. I'm going to check it out, W9ATG.org. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that. And, yep, do have a lot of train talk on this net from various different people. I kind of listen in interest usually because my son is a Burlington Northern Santa Fe engineer, so I'm connected to the train world too. Anyway, Mark, thank you for your check-in, and hope your weather clears up or gets better back there for you. And thanks for stopping in. Up next, we have Dave, KK7NYW.
Good morning, John. This is Dave, KK7NYW down in Bonnie Lake. Just hanging around in the shack today, doing a little bit of cleanup, making a couple of jumpers that I seem to have given away jumpers. So anyway, I was a little short of jumpers and decided to make a couple of new ones. And I'm coming up on my 3-year anniversary. It's either this week or next. I don't remember exactly what date I got my my technician's license, but John, you were my first contact on the Mike and Key social net one night 3 years ago, and I just wanted to say hi and thanks for running the net. Nice to hear you. KK7NYW.
Well, hey, Dave, great to hear you on this net over here and cleaning up shack and making some jumpers. Yeah, that's good to know that I was your first contact and you're still out here on the air, so that's fantastic. So thank you for stopping in, and I hope you have a great day, and yeah, get some of those jumpers made because you gave too many of them away. Anyway, have a great day, Dave. Thank you. Let's see, it's 9:21. This is John, W7JSM. I'm looking for another round of check-ins. If you're out there, all I need is your name and call.
Hey, G7FWB.
Kilo Delta 7, Whiskey Alpha, Roy.
Okay, Bill, I got you. There's somebody else out there. I think they said Lloyd. Could you come back again?
Kilo Delta 7, Whiskey Alpha, Roy, in Salem.
Okay, Roy, I got you that time. Thank you much for repeating that for me. Let's see, who else is out there? Name and call.
Kilo Foxtrot 7, Alpha Zulu Victor, Alec.
Alec, did I skip you in the last round? It looked like I did. Bill and Roy, if you'd hold on a minute. Alec, come ahead.
Oh, it's okay, John. You didn't have to come back to me. Jack normally does it, and I think he does it on purpose, too. I think Jack hates me, so he intentionally skips me all the time. Pretty certain that's what the case is. Good morning, John, and good morning, everybody else. This is, yes, Alec, KF7AZB. And I haven't done too much this morning, just been sitting around at the Boater's Nest. I am working through getting EchoLink going, because I feel like it's more reliable than All-Star. I always have little issues with All-Star connecting and stuff. It seems like yesterday I was trying to connect QSO1 to the repeater so that I could check in and listen on my new old radio. Yeah, and I had to actually restart my computer and everything. That's unacceptable. And I did get that new radio yesterday. It is a Kenwood Tango Romeo-7400A, TR7400A, and it is built like a brick outhouse. And yeah, it's really cool. Every single function has its own knob, and you can pretty much operate it without looking at it, which I just really like the tactility of it. I don't know if tactility is the right word, tactileness. Yes, that's fun. And it's got a beautiful red glow, and it's incandescent bulb for the S-meter. And it has an S-meter. I've never had anything with an S-meter. Now I can maybe on the Simplex net actually give people a proper S-report on that, which is actually the only thing I can use it for right now. I need to figure out the PL tone for it. It uses an actual chip that you put in there, and the one that came with it is 100.0 hertz instead of 103.5, which would be more useful. Anyways, for our day, we are going to be working on our subflooring, finishing screwing that down in the dining room / kitchen type area. And then at about 5 p.m.-ish today, we're headed down to Olympia to adopt a dog. We still have to meet the dog, of course, so it's not necessarily set in stone, but assuming we've not been deceived, things should go well, and we should be coming home with a dog. Her name is Maggie, which will cause some confusion since our dog's name is Maddie, but she is a Pit Lab, Rottweiler, Shepherd, Husky. Am I forgetting something? I think that's all of them. She's a mix, so it'll be fun. Anyways, hopefully everybody has a fantastic day, and thanks for running the net, John, and as well as Jack. Every day, this is KF7AZB.
Well, hey, thank you for your check-in there, Alec, and it looks like you're going to be trying to keep working on that subflooring, and that's cool. You're going to go adopt a dog tonight, so that's pretty cool, if everything works out okay. But, yeah, with those names, that might be a little confusing, but it should be fun, too. So, anyway, sorry I skipped you there, Alec. I didn't mean to, but glad I got you in, and I hope you have a great day. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and run the other two I have down here. Bill, KG7FWB, how are you?
Morning, John. Well, skipping someone and putting somebody on hold is just fine. Good morning, John. Well, I had a doctor's appointment today down at the VA, my yearly checkup. So with the road closures and everything, the express lane southbound is closed. So I left at 6 for my 8 o'clock appointment. It took me 17 minutes to get there. Boy, it's usually a lot slower than that. So anyway, after my appointment, left there at 8:30, and hit the express lane going northbound. I got home in 20 minutes. So I'm back here now, drinking my coffee, going to make some oatmeal. I might go to the Edmonds Senior Center today for a little bit. Let's see, I did good at Mahjong yesterday, proud of myself, and that's about it. So have a good weekend. KG7FWB.
Well, thank you, Bill, there for your check-in, and yeah, the express lane being closed and stuff, but at least you made it to your VA doc appointment, and I hope things went well there, but it sounds like you made good time coming back home, too, so enjoy your oatmeal, enjoy the senior center if you go over to Edmonds for that, and thank you for stopping by there, Bill, so have a great day. Let's see, up next we have Roy, KD7WA.
Well, good morning, John, and everybody else out there on the net. This is my KG7WA here in Salem, Oregon. About 60 degrees, cloudy, and smoke is gone. We got smoke this afternoon, and thank God it disappeared over the night. So I'm out walking the dog right now, and my son and daughter-in-law are up from Utah for a few days, and we're cleaning out my attic. God, we're finding all kinds of neat things. One was my old mom's Underwood typewriter, probably 80 years old, I guess. But anyhow, we're keeping busy doing that. Went to a barbecue yesterday afternoon. Just busy with them for a few days, and they'll be leaving Sunday. So that's what's happening here in Salem, Oregon. Thanks for running the net, John. And this is KD7WA back to net control.
Well, thank you, Roy, for checking in, and smoky down there. So, yeah, we're smelling a little smoke here, but nothing like some of the other places. It's very mild here, but at least on the west side, east side, that's a little bit different story. But anyway, glad you're getting some help cleaning that all out there. I hope it all goes out okay, and hope your smoke clears a little bit for you there, so it won't be so bad. So, anyway, thank you for checking in this morning. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a great day. With that, that's the end of my list that I had there, so I'm going to let this drop, and then I'm going to go through some announcements. So hold on just a minute, W7JSM. Okay, the events to consider. Saturday, August 15th, the Radio Club of Tacoma will have their open house from 10 a.m. to 2. Also, the Simplex Net is on 146.56 at 8 p.m. August 15th, which is tomorrow. Let's see, Sunday, August 16th, 9 a.m. to 1, the Puget Sound Antique Radio Association will be having their swap meet, and they have a new location at Edmonds Woodway High School. Let's see what else we got here. Washington State International Kite Festival is August 17th to the 23rd in Long Beach, Washington. September 5th and 6th, Bumper Shoot returns to the Seattle Center. Monday, September 7th is Labor Day. Thursday, September 17th is NewsNet number 2500. Wow. September 19th is Brian's KE7KZH birthday and Talk Like a Pirate Day. Let's see, October 4th is National CB Radio Day. Saturday, October 10th is the Kitsap Amateur Radio Club Swap Meet. Monday, August 12th is Indigenous Peoples Day. Thursday, October 15th is National Shakeout, and there's more information on that at www.shakeout.org. Thursday, October 15th is National Hagfish Day. Let's see, what else we got here? Jamboree on the Air and Internet is October 16th through 18th. It's the world's largest radio scouting event, building friendship and global citizenship worldwide. Let's see, Saturday, August 17th is Jamboree on the Air also over that weekend. So. And November 11th is Veterans Day, so I'm going to drop it right there. And let's see, this is John, W7JSM, and you're listening to the PSRG 9 AM net. I'm looking to build another round of check-ins. If you're out there, I'll just need your name and call.
K7, PDZ.
Good morning, Jim. I got you on the list. Next, please.
KX2CW.
Good morning, Joan. I got you on the list. Who else is out there? Name and call.
N6NBN, Bill.
All right, Bill, I got you. Next, please.
Mike 7, Foxtrot Uniform Hotel, Evan.
Okay, I got you on the list. Anybody else out there? Name and call.
06, India Tango, Eric.
Could you repeat your call sign again? It kind of broke up at the first part there.
Kilo 6, India Tango, Eric.
Okay, Eric, I got you. Next, please.
KBA BMY, in and out, good morning.
Good morning, Mike. Have a great day, and thanks for your I.O. Anybody else out there? Name and call. Okay, well, we'll draw a line there and go back up to the top here. Start out with, let's see, Jim, K7PDZ. How are you?
Hey, good morning there, John, and everybody. Thanks for doing the net for Ron today. I've got an interesting story to tell. Last Tuesday, Amazon was supposed to deliver a package to me. It was a lithium-ion battery, and that I want to use for radio stuff. And it never showed up. They said it was delivered at 1:55 in the afternoon, and so it didn't show. I asked all the neighbors and everything and couldn't find it. So anyway, I'm sitting here fuming about this, and I've been going round and round with Amazon to get another one shipped. And it suddenly dawned on me, well, duh, Jim, you've got cameras. Look at the camera. So I pulled up my cameras, my surveillance cameras, and sure enough, I went to that place on the thing on Tuesday, and there was the FedEx truck came in the driveway right at the appointed time, backed into our driveway, and the driver got out, opened the back door. I could see all this. Went inside. He was in there for 4 minutes. The most boring video I've ever watched, because nothing happened for 4 minutes. And then the driver got out of the truck, closed the door, got back in the truck, and left. I am thinking that he misdelivered it someplace else previously. He was frantically looking, or I don't know if frantically, but he was looking 4 minutes in his truck for my package. It wasn't there, but he declared it delivered. There was obviously no picture included with it, so I am having a little negativity. I'm feeling negativity toward FedEx right now. Anyway, that's all I've got to share. I'll see if I can get my battery sometime from Amazon. Back to you, John. This is Jim and Jane at Deer Lake, K7DD7.
Well, thank you, Jim, for your check-in. And, yeah, you watched the driver get in the truck, be in there a boring 4 minutes, and got out of the truck, never delivered the package, said it was delivered, and drove off. So it seems like you got a good leg to stand on there. So hopefully you'll get your order at some point, I hope. So anyway, Jim, thanks for sharing that, and I hope you have a good day. Let's see, up next we have Joan, KX2CW.
Hello there, John and Jim, and I'm Joan, so this is a J Crew, I think. And this is just Joan and only Joan on Broadway Avenue. The mountain is not out. There's no evidence. Of course, I don't mind this kind of day. It's kind of like it's a break from heat. It's a boring sky, I admit it. It's what people would describe as a uniform overcast, although I still see interesting texture in it. But yesterday we had a good Veterans Choir practice, and we're getting ready for a show coming up next month. We're also working on a commission piece commissioned by the Seattle Opera for the Veterans Choir, because they are our parent organization. You know, it's a Path with Art class, and the Path with Art is an organization that gives people, especially in recovery or, you know, doing classes to learn how to do things. And we have there's a jam band, there's another choir, more of a pop choir, and there's the Veterans Choir. But many of the Path with Art classes have sponsoring organizations, and we're sponsored by the Seattle Opera. And we're pretty good. You know, we're not a professional choir. We're not an audition choir. The only requirement is that you're a veteran. And then we have been building unit cohesion by many of us going after the choir practice every Thursday to a favorite cafe where we sit around and talk about, you know, veteran things and choir things and everything else. And then we humorously say that that's an extracurricular activity to build unit cohesion. We've been programmed to think in those terms, even though many of us have been out of the service for 30, 40 years. I was first in the Army. Let's see, 1978. What is that? That's 48 years ago. Well, anyway. And I've talked a little long enough. Got my coffee here. Cheers, governors, and take care, everybody. KX2CW, John and Broadway. Back to that.
Well, thank you, John, for your check-in, and no mountain today. I can understand that. It's kind of dreary, kind of half foggy, half smoky out there, so I can see that not happening. And that's cool that you have art class and the Veterans Choir and all that. That's pretty cool. And even if some of you got out a long time ago, I got out 34 years ago myself. So anyway, thank you for your check-in there, and hope you have a good day. I hope it clears up some, but I don't know if it's going to. But at least it won't be hot out there. So anyway, Joan, have a great day. Up next, we have Bill, N6NBN.
Good morning, Ned. Happy Friday. Had breakfast with the usual suspects this morning at the Chelan, West Seattle. Got a beard trim from the excellent Shanghai Hair Studio, so I am able to face the public now. and off to do a little laptop work and lunch with a Microsoft friend, and I'm going to help one of my colleagues with her WinLink game, because we're doing a large 4-hub exercise in Seattle tomorrow, and we're going to do digital, we're going to do voice, and we're going to learn and practice, and that's what makes us better operators. And 6NBN Mobile.
Well, thank you, Bill, for your check-in. Glad you had your breakfast this morning with the usual suspects over there, and got your haircut, and going to be working with the computer and WinLink stuff and the activation more. There was somebody else earlier talking about that too. So anyway, thank you for all that you do, and thank you for stopping in this morning. Let's see, it's 9:40. This is John, W7JSM, and you're listening to PSRG 9 a.m. net. Up next we have Evan, KM7FUH.
Good morning, John, and everyone else on the net. Before I get started, I just wanted to say a quick shout-out to Alec regarding tactile controls. I miss the days when I could be in the car driving and reach down to tune the radio by pushing some buttons or turning some knobs and didn't have to look at it. So, Heard, I see you. Anyway, today I am fortunate to have the day off, and so I'm still planning out my day, but I think a big part of it is going to be spending some time studying up for a first aid refresher course, doing some travel soon with my elderly parents, and just want to be prepared. And so I imagine that's going to take a good chunk of the day. Back to you, John. Kilo Mike 7, Foxtrot Uniform Hotel.
Well, thank you, Evan, for your check-in there and studying for your first aid refresher. That's always a good idea. It never hurts to have that under your belt there. So anyway, Evan, thank you much for your check-in this morning and for your shout-out to Alec there. And have a great day. Let's see, up next we have Eric, K6IT.
Good morning from Simi Valley, California. This is K6IT. Just another utility day. You know, I'm picking through the wreckage of my life. In other words, trying to clean the garage. Today I think I'm going to start attacking some cables. I have more than enough cables for just about every ham in Simi Valley if I were to distribute them, so trying to thin the herd a little bit. And other than that, I'm practicing up on my bass. I got a jam session sometime next week. It's really, I view it as a jam session / audition. You know, he said, the guy contacted me, said he wants to jam with me, see how we sound together. Sounds like an audition to me. That's okay. I love being my best anyway, so I learned a few extra new songs from his set, from his song list. See if I can impress him. And that's about it for me. This is K6IT.
Well, hey, Eric, thank you for checking in from Simi Valley down there and cleaning out the garage. You have an overabundance of tables. You should probably give one to everybody. That's kind of cool there. Anyway, it sounds like that jam session would be a lot of fun, and I hope it really goes well and you have a good time doing that. So, last on my list here was Mike, KB8BMY with Ohio. It's 9:43. This is John W7JSM. Is anybody else out there that would like to check in to the 9 o'clock net? Name and call. Okay, with nothing else heard there, I think I'm going to transition this into the last call for the 9 a.m. net. So, last call if you'd like to come in. Name and call.
KI7RMU with a recheck, please.
Hey, Jack, I got you. Anybody else out there? Last call. I keep seeing the node light up, but I'm not getting any audio. So maybe figure out what's going on there and try again. But anybody else out there, name and call. Last call. Okay, Jack, I guess I'll let you close us out with your recheck this morning. KI7RMU.
All right, thank you very much, John. KI7RMU, Jack here. Hey, I wanted to let everybody know about the Puget Sound Antique Radio Association swap meet again at the high school there in Edmonds Woodway High School this Sunday, 9 to 1 p.m. It is going to be bigger and better. Cammie and Robert will be there on site doing the new net. And John, I don't remember if you said you might be able to make it up there or not, but I'd love to see you. And James, of course, I think is going to be there. Graham's going to be there. Everybody should be there. This event is so cool. It is just a lot of fun, a lot of great people, a lot of great collectors, a lot of great builders. They've got all sorts of things they're going to be doing up there. So come on up if you get a chance. And John, back to you. Thank you very much for covering for Ron today. Great job. And I would love to know if you think you can make it to the swap meet Sunday, because I don't remember what you said. Anyway, back to you, everybody. Have a great day. KI7RMU.
Well, hey, Jack, thank you, and thanks for starting the net for me, because I forgot to put it on my calendar. I knew I'd volunteered to cover it. I just forgot. So, anyway, thank you for starting it out for me there. Anyway, I don't know if I will make it Sunday or not. I'm not sure. I know the wife and I got something going on tomorrow and tomorrow evening, but I'm not sure about Sunday. So, I will have to get back to you on that. I'm unsure at this point, but I'd definitely like to make it. So, I guess we will see. Anyway, with that, I'd like to thank all of you for joining us on the net this morning on this August 14, 2026. I'd like to thank the Puget Sound Repeater Group for the use of this repeater. And for more information about the group, please check out our website at psrg.org and stick around for the new net coming up with Jack, KI7RMU, in a little while. And, of course, the 9 p.m. net tonight with Rebecca, KK7IJZ. The PSRG has been hosting daily nets over 30 years, and the nets are a great opportunity to test your equipment. And remember, if you don't test your equipment, we can't hear you. I'll now be returning the repeater to normal operation. This is John, W7JSM, signing off at 9:48 a.m. Good morning.
Man, they didn't even make it 53 minutes on the net. Alright, well, I'm trying to get some stuff put together to do the All-Star. Let me see here. I wonder if maybe they, when maybe the Broadcastify is down again. So this is how I got interested in All-Star, because I found out about these guys using it. $24.62 is their node number. And this is actually the interface to mess with it if you have a password. Alright. Well, I'm going to put, let's see if there's anything on here.
Supervisor. It's who worked with them. And Super Vinny Station, the King of Rhode Island.
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island. 511 above. They put it down right there.
Got some signals on 11 meters. Hand clock says 6 meters is open, 12 meters is open, 17 meters is
Super Vinny Station, the King of Rhode Island. Come on.
So 511 keys up with so you can hear me.
In the back of the bus, 511's in the back of the bus. Super Vinny Station's on the mic.
A weird channel.
Stainless steel, got his hands on, stuck up his ass. Super Vinny Station, told you that.
Alright, well, we got that. And there's always the hose line. I should turn my radio on and see if there's anything on,
Who's in the back of the bus? Who's in the back of the bus? Super Vinny Station's on the mic.
1, 14, 13.
In the back of the bus, who's in the back of the bus? Who's ghost talking in the back of the bus? Super Vinny Station's got control of your radio.
I need to get my other radio program so I can have the East Coast reflector on there. Nothing on Fireside. Just that hotspot's down.
Yeah, that guy there at DX-Land said, man, I hope you don't touch his eyes after that. I was like, yeah, you're right. I never thought of that. I wonder if that's where they come up with...
Alright.
Oh, I wasn't trying to be nice.
He's in the back of the bus, he's in the back of the bus. 401, better pump it up. Super Vinny Station's on the mic.
You better take it easy. You're going to stick your fingers together. Oh, yeah. Especially with these ones. 90.90. Wow. Roger that. When you roll it, you waste and the smoke and it goes up in the air. Well, a couple of pieces. Oh man, that can last hours into a couple more. When you got smoke, that's it. Just
back of the buzz, back of the buzz.
Boy, he's worth the money, this freaking paper. But it's worth the money. Yep, roger that. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I used to when I was way younger. I used to smoke a lot of weed, but I don't do that anymore. Well, I can't stop. I started when I was 20 years old. I've been smoking for 7 years, so and that's what keeps me going. One thing about cannabis, it keeps your mind going. Without your mind, you become a vegetable. You got nothing. You can't think it. You don't get motivated. Your brain is just freaking dead, and that's what happens. But cannabis, it keeps your brain functioning. You gotta remember that everybody has THC in their bodies. We were born with THC, and with time we lose that. And THC is something that helps the brain to function properly. That's the reason I smoke. I don't get high. I don't get stupid like, high like that. It's just like a medicine for me. It just feels normal. Well, roger that. Maybe some more of these guys should try that channel, because there's a bunch of brain dead motherfuckers on this channel, that's for sure. Oh, no, I wasn't calling you. I'm sorry.
Back of the buzz, get the back of the buzz. Super Vintage Stations on the mic.
Okay, sorry to bother you.
Back of the buzz, back of the buzz. 401's in the back of the buzz. Super Vintage Stations on the mic.
Has your radio started working again mysteriously? Oh, you're in the mobile? Oh, you got a mobile in the garage? I do, it's a mobile garage. Oh, that's awesome. All right, well, geez, I'd imagine it doesn't get very good wireless, does it? Well, sorry to bother you. I'm to work time to turn, so you won't burn.
That's right, West Virginia Power Driver, Super Vintage Station. Super Vintage Station, Wayland.
Roger that.
That's right, Power Driver, Super Vintage
Power Driver, 401.
King, Rhode Island, Wayland. That's right, Power Driver, you got it right. The King of Rhode Island, Super Vintage Station. Ba-ba-ba.
November 2, November victory. November 2, November victory. Oh, very good.
Listen to all that caterwauling, all because of a diaper rash.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 170's got a bad case of diaper rash today. He's doing a lot of caterwauling.
You like water? Hey, 0 KON on Sunday. family. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. It is 94 degrees here. Feels like 108. It is obviously humidity. And, yeah, look, there's clouds now. Tell you what, these last few days have been hot. Anyway, let's see, 8 magazine. So, hope everybody has a good day. If not, we'll see you later on. It's $3. Roll Tide Road. KI7KL, KL4. Yeah, there's a lot of hot stuff going around here, that's for sure. Yeah, you know, I realized this morning, when we were giving up all of it, I said, many of us do, and I'm drinking coffee, you know, I'm not impressed up already when I first wake up. I like it for English, yeah, and, you know, fires burning all over the place. God, now it's growing. If you've ever had that certain year, and you know there's just one going on about any of that in the ship. Tired of hearing about it, or their house burned down, you know, I don't know, so, anyway, let's move on here then.
Yeah, nobody's out there. It's quiet. Hey, I'm out of here.
Oh, man, there's footballs all ganged up on it or something. Oh, yeah, they're climbing all over it. You can't reach so much to talk about. How much? Yeah, you just have a name tell me it's still living right here. So, still living right here. Sorry about that. Kind of,
got my old antenna from the ex-build expedition that not working works right. And I'll come on here, get over this. The instant Flora went from like just about two at the top and bottom of the bed, both of which have to be good, and never got below like 1.5, so.
753, Vermont with the loop.
Roger and Don together, Douglas, and don't think about what I'm talking to himself, also
Yeah, actually, watching the Osborne. Anyway, you guys know what with. So, hey, you know, her out of your yard and her money is jet. Hey, you've done that. So, I can't build this we had the car back last time. Anyway, this is your reviews to Jenny and Balls, and don't forget not to give it up. Stay alive for it. Scott, Elvis Devon. Thanks for making sure. Yeah, so PKO, yeah, sorry for that delay, Roy, but there was some stuff on there, you know. Anyway, doing okay here at Elvis Barbecue Land, where it's hot, and it's going to get hotter before it gets cooler. And sometime later in the season, the next season in the fall, it will cool off kind of high. Anyway, the sun's out, no clouds, I died out into these yard umbrellas in front of his fan, so that's what you hear in the background. Yeah, this is in the paper again this week several times, one for clothes closet, like a new exhibit at Graceland showing off some of the stuff, jackets and all, and then talking about a 1960 celebration
with that Joe Gunn, is it?
Celebration for that, and Elvis Net I think it's coming up too. But anyway, always something going on around here with Elvis. In the upstairs bedroom, which is closed off to tourists, that he lives up there and takes care of the garden. So, who knows? Yeah, but it's Elvis after all. Anyway, good day, everybody, and it's Friday, French Fry Friday. I'll be here on Graham's Dell with Jeanette later, and Jeanette. Thanks for doing it today, Roy. We do appreciate it on French Fry Friday. And what more is it? Back to me.
When it's your time to shine, it's your time to shine. Mother Nature gonna do her thing.
Well, it just goes to show you can't do a good bad job.
You got the whole 331 and the diesel wagon.
Well, that's true. Yeah, you know, when all of the time.
Well, we appreciate it. You do it. You know what? You guys are smoking my radio. I heard these mornings. Sound real good up here, too. Broadcasting's in our favor. 10-4.
All right. We'll just turn the breeze, and we'll go tomorrow. And Florida. There's the louder than which is, well, you know. Anyway,
Roger, at with 260, got 378. Yeah, that's 73. Weekend and earlier. But we gonna get on the mail, sir. 331, and that diesel wagon.
Have a great rest of the day.
My business morning, here you are, and don't forget what's not yours. I just hired.
I haven't heard 321 out there yet, but I'm sure probably be fine within the hour or something. I was trying to North Carolina 29 on 28 up here, and I just couldn't get your seat, sir, but we wave at a hand.
Well, that's great. One of my friends on the Alaska Monday night. Man, oh man, hot. That is hot. Hotter than a witch. Whatever. Anyway, it's vaccinated for KO1 and Houston, Texas. I can't believe this. The local weather station is saying for me. My mom and I were patio. Less than 3 miles away from the 82 is 28 degrees. And,
North Carolina, 378 Connecticut just read that. They say the same back to you.
Anyway, it's hot.
God bless.
Summer, what do you expect? 96 today. No sign of any activity on 6 meters this morning, and I noticed anyway. It was a 21st thing, and then I switched over to 17. Some good activity from Europe. Very exotic, but conditions are not too bad. What? Stand by, because I will send it back to you. Yeah, the Bureau dying down. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the last week, there's been a little activity. Actually, 5 days. So, you know, there's some activity. It's amazing. Usually, 6 meters is very active in June. It tapers off in July, and then kind of, you know, that's it. But still hanging in there. And meters again. And talk about, I think, I don't know too much about it, but yes, precise equipment, big power, big antennas, and that, you know, that reminds me, Roy, the strangest interest in astrology is astronomy. if you ever did any satellite. No, I got started at a company long ago when they first got back on the air. Summer, I managed to pick up, what was that, just over or something like that. I'm looking for off the satellite, satellite. And they managed to pick it up and heard the order go on. And, I got it on the page coming out right now. That's one of those things, though, that I think it's just and, it's a looking forward, but, talk about how ham radio is changing and so forth. Well, this is one of the places ham radio is going, sadly. So, every once in a while, these remind me I haven't seen that yet. So, Roger, thank you for that. That's a little reminder. We really need to, those antennas are good. Narrow antennas. And, I thought you have that one. It seems like you take your mobile radio out there and wear full well, Roy, I'm just getting into it. I bought an ARRL book on satellite operations when I was taking invention, and I've been reading it the last week. And first of all, I'm surprised that there are so many ants that are into satellite operations. And my feeling has been, once Cycle 25 is gone, I'm going to be looking for some other way to communicate. I think satellites would be a lot of fun. Yeah, SO-50, from what I've been reading, is quite popular. The Arrow antenna you mentioned, I was a little surprised. I think it was $269. Anyway, a whole other thing to spend money on, right? So there you go. Hey, thanks so much for doing the net today, Ron. We appreciate it. Thanks for taking my check-in. I hope everybody has a great weekend. Your mom is about on Sunday, as Roy said. I will be in my own happy weekend also. So, with that, KL7, KL73 from KZKON, and this here comes the Iowa voice. RPDM, y'all.
Well, you might not have had any conditions on 260, but you had all kinds of conditions on Boston 383 Wyman. Hey, 51 in Kentucky, I heard you. 5-1, Bluegrass. Yeah, from Beantown.
Well, hey, you got Friday. I'm as vulnerable as some people.
peaches. She likes Georgia. Yeah, she likes all them Georgia peaches, I'll say that.
Wonderful thing. Always like to have a little coffee. All right. Before you quit the getting shit because I love it because I wasn't sure. Oh, there's one thing. Oh, it's John. Oh, John.
What is it still about $40, right? Oh, yeah.
Roy, somebody is keying up without any audio. I'll try again. Good afternoon, 31 degrees Celsius. It looks like we're going to get a nice thunderstorm this afternoon. Excuse me, it's 4 degrees Celsius. Check. And I wanted to ask you if you were a keyboard player. Alex, G-N-O-N, a Canadian keyboard player. Also a fellow named Frank Mills, another Canadian keyboard player. And they would, I guess, Frank Mills goes more or less for electronic music. And Alex for, he said, smooth jazz. Alex, he's out of Montreal. I don't know. I got another one of those.
Hello, radio 357 on Connecticut. Great.
Well, I'm glad I asked you. I thought you were a keyboard player. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, if you were going to choose to listen to it, Alex is one of the best. Oh, yeah. Keyboard player from Montreal. Not a great deal is going on here right now. I seem to be cursed with market folks. So I'll be today, one of these huge ones that is going to turn around and talking about the market. If you couldn't make it from that time, just looking for a connection. Was backing out. He almost wiped out a grandma. And this morning I took my wife to the doctor. And some fellow decided he wanted to let his wife out of his truck. And he parked in the middle of the lot so that nobody could get her out.
Stepping away, are you headed back?
And needless to say, I got pretty annoyed about that. Have a great day. Anytime I seem to run across people who are just not considered others, thank you for the announced for somebody that exceeds your expectations. Oh, well, that's not right. Anyway, hope you're well. And I took a look at some of your Astro photography the other day. Awesome. Just awesome. KL7PKLWN4. First of all, thank you for the rest. Much appreciated. And, that's what I was almost got my project here in the office. One of them. and get it up on my webpage. And yeah, I'm it's so much like Packers. It's usually where people see history driving like competition. And it's not competition, that's something like for life. There are places where you do that. Vision Street, but people seem to do that anyway. Sometimes they do this crazy stuff, these turns on the street where they can't, like you said, they can't be turned. I've actually got been on the sidewalk, walking down the sidewalk, you have to get on the fairway. And yeah, you got these traveling flash camera things going on. I've been a pedestrian. I have no drivers like that. I just have no reason for idiots at all. But hopefully you can understand why that is. John, I'm the same thing. Someone keeps seeing no audio, and then that person, you have no audio, just a dead carrier. Anyway, I've had experience with in Europe and other countries. They aren't like that. They aren't like that. They aren't like that. Rudeness and consideration for others is mine all the way here. I haven't experienced that in Europe yet. Not like it this year. Anyway, that's all I have. And I hope the next time I can be a bit more careful. It's been a bad day. Nearly got wiped out 3 times in traffic. Nearly got run over once. Anyway, back to you, and have a great day. And I like your extra topic. I hope you copyrighted it. CI7PKL WN4. Yeah, that's I guess it's one of the reasons copyright. But, of course, most of the songs are on the website called Astro. And I keep saying one of these days I'm going to get Astro. The problem is, of course, that's free. All my ham radio friends on ham radio. Yeah, Astro is free. I think for a while we're going to this will have to wait until someday here now. Then I guess I'll have to do that. Anyway, John, thanks so much for being on the show. Always good to hear from you. And with that, we'll see you next week. And next up, we have callers, WB4, callers, like you said. With his Akita and PKL and WB4JBC in hot, sunny, Black Rock, Alabama. Have the advisory. I think it's going to be 97, 98 today. I think my Monday is supposed to get up. They said maybe 100 for a couple of days. It does sometimes during there. I'll have to go around the mountain. I'm not. Anyway, I think I'm going over and picking up some more of my stuff today. I got a bunch of books over today and have radio books that I wanted to get, some of them manuals and stuff. Get those and bring them over here. I'll just sit for a while. Was reading about that. Remember, I read it the other day and I thought it was rough. And it was on there again today with more information about the 7-second loss of gravity, which, some of those things I'll read them just for fun. But I never did feel a 7-second. I lost gravity, so I guess NASA won on that one. Supposedly they said something up to take care of it. Yeah, we'll believe that. But I did find some stuff laying around in my backyard, but I think that was from the storm the other night. Anyway, I don't think we're supposed to get any rain now for a while, unfortunately. So, but I'm getting ready to finish washing dishes, and then I'll probably get over there. I have a little bit of grass to cut, but I don't want to get out 97-degree weather. I might wait till this evening. It gets cool pretty quick around here on the mountain, so I can probably cut it this evening. It's Friday. Nothing much else. I haven't done any antenna work lately, of course. It's a lot. And the back room, I've been working a little bit back here, but I haven't got an air conditioner in there yet. I got one to put in there, but I haven't put it in yet. I'll probably end up putting a hole in the wall in this camper for that. This camper, I'm not taking it anywhere from here. My landlord said stay there for a long time anymore, so I don't have to worry about being moved. And I have air conditioner in here. I do have a central unit, but I haven't used it. I turned it on to make sure it works, but the blade up on the roof is on it, disintegrated, and they come and take it from all over. I'm probably getting one. Anyway, I'm going to let it drop. I already almost hit the 3-minute mark. WD4J. Yeah, you know, anyway, all in all, here, people rest, and other suspects, details goes on. I don't know what that is. See that again. Well, not much else, just waiting for it to cool off a little bit. A month or so. They already started school here up on the mountain, and I have a feeling they probably was going to go back to the old days and didn't start in September. When I was in elementary school, we had no air conditioning. I was from Chattanooga, and I don't think I ever had. I was in there for the 5th grade. We moved up to Nashville. They had just opened the school up there, and it did have air conditioning. And, you know, school, no air conditioning. I can remember when my parents got an air conditioner put in the window. I was probably about 8 or 9 then, and it was cool in the house there. That's about it. And I got to look at your pictures. I haven't taken any lately. I was going to ask you, yesterday I went out, they were talking about it. There was supposed to be a line meadow planting. I never saw it. I saw one planting up there, but never saw any more. It might have been Jupiter or Saturn. I'm not sure which. I'm a bad astronomer. Put B4JE back in it. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead, Ron. Go ahead, Ron. Okay, I was just waiting for... Anyway. Excuse me for interrupting, but since I was mentioning also, I was looking at your pictures. Really beautiful, great pictures. After photography and your outing. very, very nice. Hey, I was wondering if you heard from that young fellow that was in Portland that was also into astrophotography. Haven't heard him on the net for a year or more. Back to you, this case, okay. Yeah. And, right.
I said I'm over here, you over there? Well, just because I'm not in your local area, that doesn't mean I'm not loco.
That, he and I did a couple of tests together on the second years ago.
Tell you what, Ohio, damn boy, you come into the northeast, waving and stepping.
Same kind of thing. I what happened? Okay, I don't know whether I will get through all this nonsense or not, but just wanted to make that comment. I really enjoyed your pictures. I wish most of them got pictures of their interest on Story Set. It's a way to get to know people that you get contact with, and it just makes everything more interesting. Okay, I said it was Dale. Can you reveal it? Thanks for getting me. Yeah, you bet. And, I don't look forward to much of this video. Anytime, sometimes I'm just anymore. Just waiting for the page. We got light up pictures, you got so, with that, let's go back to Hollis. Let's go back to Houston 7 where we were. Alex first topic. Anyway, yeah, it's all pretty down somewhere. I can't remember what they already talked about. I gave it enough people that, we don't hear it anymore. One of my best friends, I couldn't find him. And I thought, well, I'll look up some of my other friends that knew him. Because I hadn't seen him in 10 or 15 years, and I couldn't find them either. I think Alien Star Mall. I think, when you go in the grocery store and you see a book, it's got all this stuff in it, but it's in the aisle and there's nobody around it. I've decided the aliens can come up. That's where they get people from. WB4J, that's it.
but real slow. I don't like that part, but anyhow, yeah, I'm going to be running the happy hour net this evening on 11 cats, which should be the first net that I'm done in a couple weeks, so I think I'm ready to throw my hat in there. And, but anyway, that's at 7 Eastern on 11 cats. Happy hour tomorrow evening, 7 Eastern on 11 cats. Anyway, I've been listening along here and very interesting conversation, and I've seen your pictures too, and they're just outstanding, Roy. How you doing, Roy?
Last night we talked, it was a couple of nights ago, I had such a good night. Long story, I had cameras and all this stuff, optical trees. Two optical trees, and I rebuilt them, and I thought, oh man, all night, more and more were just rebuilt. I went the first time. I guess I'm doing okay. So, as you know, we haven't got any super hot days here this week. It's been kind of down in the 80s, low 80s. Something in that nature. So, you know, life could be a lot worse. But that doesn't mean I can't complain about it, okay? I still reserve the right to complain. I'm used to that.
You're not too bad for somebody who's cranky. I don't think, or maybe I'm not seeing that part yet, but JF5 is the same. But I think you're doing a great job, and it's so good to hear you out here, Roy. You make me laugh. And I went to my cancer doctor yesterday, and he did say, well, we didn't get enough of the tissue to examine it real good, so I guess we'll see you back here in 3 months. And I said, all right, so I guess we'll clear for 3 months. But then he forgot to give me this blood thinner, stuff from that pretty little blood clot they gave me at the hospital. So I had to call down there. I said, I think we forgot about that. And they said, okay, no problem. We'll send you a prescription. So everything's good. And, you know, as long as I've got green grass under my feet, even if it's burned, I'm happy. So I say that because Texas is looking pretty dry. We don't have any rain for at least 2 weeks that I see anyway. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. We'll catch you maybe tonight on Happy Hour if you guys show up. Otherwise, everybody have a great day. KF5 SSR.
Yeah, right. Is there any place here? Yes, Alaska. They've had rain up there in Alaska. You know, looking at the smoke map when I go up that far, it's like, yeah, you know, that's so funny. Boy, some other summers are here out there. But, and you know, I almost wonder if we're not the worst fires we've had, apparently. Because what I'm hearing is more acres burned this year than any other year. 30 acres plus and I think we're getting so used to it that, you know, once you listen to it, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. I mean, you know, everything's working down around it. Anyway, okay, my friend, and on the Vermont Post, later on this afternoon, sometimes that's actually, I did last week too, but I kind of missed the chicken ground. But it was a really good day. Alright, we'll see you talking to you. And, Los Angeles, that's where we are. So, yeah, 7, yeah, what was it? Yeah, I guess it's about away. Yes, 4, JCT, Kilo November 4, Kilo Zulu Tango. This is Russell in Crane Hill, Alabama. 5, yes. November 5, it's Charlie, it's Everybody's brother. Turn around, yeah. Charlie, Mike, Bill Oscar, yeah, Pennsylvania. November 4, Tango, Alabama. Yes, that's fine, that's, Florida. All right, go to the top. Michael, that's the FCC channel, Chris. So you're good next to it. I'm really fine, Roy. I'm just getting there. Had a couple of games that we were watching last night. Last night I watched the Las Vegas Raiders and the Arizona Cardinals. Not happy that the Raiders lost, of course. But I got two of the teams I'm going to be watching tonight. The Denver Broncos play tonight, and the Buccaneers play tonight as well. But I'm going to be going out to dinner with my brother and his wife, of course. Before I watch those games. Both games, of course, are at 7 p.m. But like I said, I'm going out to dinner with my brother and his wife. He's probably take myself probably later on tonight after he gets home from work. So I'll keep track of both games on my phone. I've got both apps for both teams, of course. But I think we'll be going out to Mexican tonight. My brother loves Mexican food. There's a restaurant I think called Lou's. Pretty expensive, but it's all worth it. It's pretty good Mexican food. So we're probably going to go for dinner tonight. But other than that, really, that's shit and that, of course. Although kids are back to school already. I should leave from back to school, I think, on Wednesday. So, it's not something I should not even be happy about. But when you're back to work, so then you're going to sit. Starting to get off. I feel like my kid graduated. But, just, July and August. Off from discussions and so forth. And it started in the middle of August. Isn't that like the hottest part of the summer, That's just kind of weird. Why would you do that? I don't understand. Anyway, I like rugby. Well, they did when I was going to school. Here where I live, kids get out of school. Start school from August to May. But when I lived up in Asheville, we went from August to June. So it's different in different areas of North Carolina, so that's what I can tell you, but I'm not sure where this is doing things. I could see something. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody it's really already, it's like 100 degrees outside in August. everybody. This is Alicia, Pennsylvania, ABCHO. Anyway, it's a really rainy day here in Southwest Pennsylvania. So it's getting kind of loud right where I'm at, so I'm going to just in and out on this one. I'll be sitting on the side and listening, but there's a lot of people talking around me right now, so. Anyway, hey, thanks for picking me up, and I'm enjoying listening to everybody. ABCHO, I'm
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, very, very cool. Yep. That's about that. It's fine. There we go. Anyway. Yeah, I hope you come back. Yeah, I'm just getting us again for Hey, thanks very much, KI7PKL Roy. This is KN4KCT, Russell in Grangeville, Alabama. I must confess, Roy, I have also looked at your pictures on QRZ, but I looked you up a week or so ago. One of the other AMM net controllers told me that you're the man to talk about Unix. No, not Unix, Linux. And I'm trying to put Linux operating system on a Chromebook, but that's a whole other subject. I won't get into that. As for a weather report here in Grangeville, Alabama, I heard about Hollis's weather report in Flat Rock, and I have to tell him that, hey, we're doing it down here too. Yesterday, I took the garbage up the hill. I got a long driveway here on beautiful Smith Lake, so I take the car up the hill to put the trash out, and it said 102 degrees on the thermometer inside the car there. Not the temperature in the car, but what the car was reading as the ambient temperature outside. Going to reset just a moment. Alright, KN4KCT, continuing. If Hollis is still listening in, hey, he's on the high ground there in Alabama, right up near the Tennessee border. I just want to tell Hollis in Flat Rock, Alabama, watch out for those cows. Anyways, haven't done too much on the lake here. It's been phenomenal hot, and not bad when there's a breeze blowing, but we're good afternoon. In fact, yesterday afternoon I looked outside and not a leaf was stirring, and I stepped outside. Well, maybe I can go down those 80.5 steps to the dock, and after being outside a few minutes and letting that oven straight air hit me in the face, turned around and walked back inside. Back to that, Roy. Yeah, it's like 6 days here. Where was the air conditioning? More with that. And, yeah, really. In fact, I take something myself. I usually, once a month, check that. Yeah, I just got 64 gig, and it's fairly new. Purchased it from a school. They were upgrading their Chromebooks, and so they were selling a whole bunch of them at a great price. And but I've got to get in the back of it and take out the little read protection or light protection screw, and then I'll be ready to do something with the Linux operating system on that. But I'm going to get away from that topic. It's a whole other issue. Like I said, I was interested in Hollis's alien abductions because I'm not going to say anything about that time aliens abducted me, but I will say that evidently they didn't like it, so they brought it back. Anyway, that's I guess you call that cranial humor. Everything's good here, Rory. Glad to be on the net with you, and glad to hear your voice. I've been trying to get on every Friday, but the last couple of Fridays, things just kept coming up, and I was away from this laptop. Speaking of this, the audio sounds like on this. I was on using my iPhone. Sometimes I call it in and check on the alien, but now I'm on a laptop, and I'm not sure what the audio sounds like. It's intelligible, obviously, but I don't know what quality it is. Different machine. Back to that. Oh, very cool. By the way, just
Everybody, 73, have a great day. KN4
circling, you know, and therefore, so the population injected out led by Star Trek, buddy. Yeah, well, it's what you have to try that. That's what you want. Anyway, you're all trying to talk to me. And another person I like to talk to before, well, anyone knows now that one of us is quite short.
Man, I hear a whole crap of you out there hollering at me, man. I stirred up the damn horn. Hey, 490 Keystone, I got there. That car's kind of cleared all out. You got a side of the table, honey. One of that big old weekend wave. I see it.
Yeah, she's leaving out the board right on the that's what she's responsible to. She's okay. We're all good.
King of Rhode Island.
You know what? Sometimes I get that.
128 is the king of Rhode Island, buddy. 128 is the king.
And you know, sometimes like every evening, it's like you can go walk a couple of miles or something, yeah. And so, you know, I can get that when you have to do these things, you know, when you, I suppose you go up to you have to listen to us today. You know, you might just have enough energy to work on. The first time I had a cat, well, I had a cat when I was a kid, so it's a little different situation there, but we'll get to work out in the house and everything. And this person, what is that cat doing anyway? Hey, cat. Anyway, Ron, I'm like, very happy home. And further, it sounds like one of those, one of those babies that they have on all these sides, you know, sounds like one of those really horrible things.
Yeah, my old yeah, we're all pretty well here. I mean, we only have the one in this edition, but that's all we need because if we had another one, it would double our load, and then we put one more. This is what don't happen. Like everybody else coming up with what it is, or you know where everybody's at, or movie. Oh, by the way, this week I finally broke down and got us a brand new inside door for the company that I love them. And of course, gold plating. Gas center gets inside the home as well before I even had a chance to try them out. And they got her still recorded. So much so that now I have this laser recording still. Yeah, right now I can come forward and later on to get them still. One I wanted to see out here. Yeah, she loves them so much. Anyway, I got more stuff I got to do. I got to later on this afternoon. I got to make sure I got educated that key on my list. But it's not on the list. I will definitely forget about it. It's supposed to be
while you were talking, while I had to go and outside of the night course out there. Yeah, this whole, I've been talking about this whole swinging and smoke. And, anyway, gamer, and, right down in front of him. And, sometimes they'll sit there and they'll talk to each other. They'll make these little cat noises, smoke, breaking all of it. It's awesome part. So much fun. Anyway, Roar, you have a good name for Roar. Yellow cat? Yeah. No. Anyhow, so what's wrong? That's the problem. I can use cat now. Cat. I use it. I haven't talked with my list, so maybe that's where I said weird comments. Yeah, I serve at TKO on a Friday morning. And, yeah, I'm working second. I'm always working second. So, if you'd like to check in, let's hear from you. If you're local short time or outside North America, we'll discuss the topic with all that business. And if you'd like to check in, your call, I slowly get This is Kilo Lima 5, Oscar Golf, KL5, Oscar Golf, Jim, in Fairbanks. Uniform Bravo, Kilo, GTB, Xavier, Alabama, Central Scotland. This is Zone 1, Delta, General Richard, G1, HTV, Ireland. We can now talk about a little time of and I think there was another wire over there. I don't know if I remember what it was, but Ram really stepped up that whole thing. Ram. That's the other one up. Okay, you have one from that one. Echo something pretty much. This is Juan from Napa. Kilo 6. Echo Victor Lima.
Papa YL, then would you need a Papa YL K6L in California here?
There we go. All right. That's there. KK6EL. Oh, there was a job. Yeah. That's what's coming on. K6CRL. All right. Now, CL5. Oh, Jim, it's all me. How are you jumping? Negative on the Valdez, Roy. It's Fairbanks. That's the other Jim. And hello to him if he's listening. And not able to check in on this round. But I wanted to mention something, Roy. I've been doing something wrong for a number of years here in this little cabin of mine. It's a 2-room cabin. And I find out that after looking around here, I've got like 5 fire extinguishers, and they're all within like 15 feet in the front room. Nothing. Take the room. So that's kind of a foolish way to place fire extinguishers. The reason I'm thinking of fire extinguishers is because I found a box this little while ago from my Sea-Doo jet ski fire extinguisher, and it's rated for BC. That means it's rated for liquid and electrical. Okay, not wood, paper, or trash. Can't imagine if I aim this thing at a burning piece of paper that it's not going to put it out. But yeah, the others are all ABC, and they look like they're still okay. Because I've had these things for 5, 6, 7 years, and I think it's important just to be aware of any fire in a house. KL5OG, back to you. Yeah, I got surveys. Fire breaks out, it's like, oh no, this is the wrong type of fire. Where's the right one? Yeah, it's going to probably break you. But, life is so complicated. It really is. Back to you. Oh, don't get me on complications. I'm having trouble with my passwords with my phone and passwords with apps and connection to my Wi-Fi with a device that requires my home Wi-Fi, but it wants to get on as its own Wi-Fi on a network. Or I don't know. But yeah, the fire extinguishers are just. I think all of the dry chemicals are ABC. They cover most everything. It's just the marine fire extinguisher just apparently is BC, and it covers what it needs to, I guess, on a boat. Gasoline or whatever burning. So anyway, that's all I got, other than the weather's kind of overcast today, and it's relatively cool out there, about 65 maybe, and I suppose we're going to get up to 70, and yeah, there's a heat warning for that for Alaska if it gets up to mid-70s. Take action. Try and stay cool. KL5 Oscar Golf, back to you. Yeah, wow. Yeah, you know, those are the kind of things you sometimes don't think about very much. Fire extinguishers, yeah, I'm talking to myself. And the chick turns so much airport, and nowadays we've got to slow it down and trying to keep our refrigerator running. Yeah, gotta remember the fire, that kind of stuff. Yeah, thank you for the reminder about that. Yes, I really wish you put up the trouble. Hey, yeah, really comment as well. Carrier on there, no audio. That's it, Roy. I'll leave room for others. KL5 Oscar Golf. Thanks for doing the net. Bye. Hey, bye. All right, well, hey, let's move on here. Right now, CM0. Well, hello, Roy. Hello to you and everybody else in Alaska, Martin. This is GM0. Graham here. There is kind mistakes. Remember, if he does remember all his passwords, just going to check this fire extinguisher here. And I put a date on that day, that fire alarm. I don't think I did. The smoke detector, there's no dates on it. Oh, goodness me, you got us all thinking now around the house. All these things, I was getting complicated. The day was quite straightforward. Anyway, right where they find here, M7HQS's on the phone with them, her witchy pals, as she calls them, and they were kind of sit around the cauldron and conjure up some new things to talk about, new spells to cast. Anyway, it's been an okay day here. Not been as hot as it was yesterday. That was too hot for me yesterday. I think we got to about 22 or 23 degrees centigrade today, which is fine enough for me. And out with the dog this afternoon, a nice wee walk, and we got this area to be higher. It's just for half an hour at a time. Not that he would run away at all. Pumpio is actually very good. His recall's not bad at all. But if there's other dogs, especially bitches, he does get himself a little bit too kind of overexcited, we call it. So anyway, probably in the next couple of months we're going to have to see about that. As someone said before, his masculinity is hanging in the balance and may not be hanging too much longer. So anyway, that's something to take care of the next month or two. And what else, Roy, I have to say congratulations, and if no one's actually looked at it yet, your new QR site page is amazing. I just thought you'd put up an extra couple of pictures there with his whole design, everything, the information, goodness me, honestly, Roy, that's amazing. I always ask people to keep their QRZ pages up to date, because it's always good to do a wee nosy, but you have excelled, you really have. Anyway, back to you from GM0.
Thank you so much for that, Graham. Appreciate that. I wanted to get something out before we get started. So if there's a teaser that's strong, you can't get a Wednesday that's strong. So I wanted to get something out prior to the Wednesday that's strong yet, because somebody on that had something like that. So the one that I put in the next one that won't come up in the way. The one with the fruit and all of that, trying to utilize it more lately. And now that we're having some good weather, I do a lot more of it. And I bought this camera too, for the latest technology. And so that one of the thoughts that was taking about a year and a half, I can't. 4 hours of basically what we call film, just black and white. And then we have red, green, color filters in those. And then we have some zero band stuff. I didn't have a time to put these out. So anyway, that's a fun, really fun part. Take all the pieces, all these different types of fine dogs and all different types. For your red, green, and all your blues. And you can find a little stack of red, blue, and make it together and combine these. Oh, that makes it all work. All those lighters, long, nice, square. Oh, I love it. That's the first one of my new camera. I just thought about it. Looking forward to doing some more projects here. That's another one I wanted to do. My first shade, and I had it all put together, but it wasn't. It's just more data. Short way we have it together nice like that. It's nice still. I got a lot more data, but now I can't do it. I wish you don't come on. Anyway, my brain's open. Oh, cat farm cabinet, cat farm cabinet. A couple of cats sit around and go on their heads and talking about why humans do all the stuff they do. They were talking about that carrier thing a while back. That's the good never comes out. And everything's bad, right?
Okay, I think we got it. Yeah, right. Some of those, dogs or cats do the podcasts as well. Some really, really clever stuff out there. There really is. Lots of fun. And that could really make it look fantastic, but every single picture there looks fantastic. I honestly couldn't decide what my favourite is when I'm scanning down your page here, but it's amazing. So, yeah, everybody, if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. And I suppose my little astronomy here, we did have a solar eclipse just, was it last night? No, Wednesday. And we had the 93% totality here, so it would have been good if it was midday and the sun was, was the blue sky and everything else. It was kind of late in the evening, it was just after 7 p.m. and the sun was quite low in the sky, but as well as that, all these clouds came rolling in. So at best it was already kind of a dull evening, and for 10 minutes it just got to be a very dull evening, and then went back to normal dull evening for another hour or two until the sun went down entirely. So that was it. It was a bit of a disappointment, I have to say. So, and it was quite good all in. The sun was, the blue skies and everything else until about maybe 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, about 4 hours before the eclipse itself. So, a bit of a spoiler, but hey, we enjoyed it on the television. Anyway, of course, I'll just be taking the dog out for a walk just now, and I'll be back in time to do the IRM Equal and Multiple Night in about 1 hour and 23 minutes time. So if you've got time, sir, you should talk to you and say Happy Friday a second time. That'll be fantastic. And of course, Dave is back with us. He was back last week as well. So I think you managed to speak to Dave. You were too far down the list for me to catch last week. So anyway, thanks so much for doing that. Thanks for your TRZ.com page. I'll be visiting that frequently. And take care, sir. Catch you later. TI7PKL, GM0, UUV.
Oh, very, very cool tram thing. Yeah, that's a hobby. Something I've watched very young. And had a couple of stars that are just never not very far from what they're finally late life, tired. Finally got the track from the time. And I think we're going to be back now. We can get back into something like this. Yeah. Seriously. All right, Graham, you have a great day, every evening, and yesterday your health care is an hour and 1:20, something like that. And on fireside, here. Some of the other guys too. I'm always a little sports one, and so I don't want to miss too many names. Don't follow me in line. Now, and yeah, wow, there's somebody else not working on Wednesday, and that was fun, about your her house. Speaking of SRE, G1PPC, the mic is yours.
Come on down to check out the return. I wonder if you want to go to Linda. You're right to the place. Behind that control. Also, I would say a very close run thing, but it was
used to just ask people in Norman that are able to ask them. And by the way, speaking of which, here's another advertising right now. M7 MX Cruise Share said that the game was particular well to the AMN. So that it was all on the AMN. There was publicity on broadcast, and fire lighting. Oh yeah. Back to you.
Okay. Thank you, Roy. Yes, well, I worked out on Thursday was those clowns which were taking grab were beginning to interfere with eclipse here. That's why it didn't go as dark as I was expecting. Because of course the clouds had already taken some of the light off. Of course, it was right for the net. It didn't exactly help matters. Otherwise, I'm slightly hostile. Well, what Graham was saying was his maximum is now probably about our current temperature. It would be a bit hotter. But the front installer over stuff is slowly due to extend it overnight to cover some focus for a couple of nights that I had last night. That's all. And I wonder my best to get on that new page there. With those going reports, I would like to see them anyway. Otherwise, right, I've got nothing but 2,000 so I'll hand it back to you. Yeah, 70 KL.
Yeah, I know. I know they have some questions, like you said, that the cloud stuff. So, which is most unfortunate. You know, like with the offside, you know, projection or something like that. It doesn't happen very often. Yeah, well, what's the transition with? I just watched it on live stream. I can expect it that I have headlights on the boat. And of course, the latest announcement now is when, either you were on a ship or you were in northern Spain, Greenland, yes, Greenland, I don't know how accessible Greenland is, but when you go there, I guess that's it was really fun watching I watched the European species live coverage. There was somewhere in Spain. It looked like they were having a lot of fun. And it was pretty clear. There was smoke in the air. It was clear enough to see. And, so you watch these things and you know, here, there, there's people like there, all the places you can see across the national television. Where's all of this is going on? Yeah, that's all those things this evening, but great. And those who did very good very good job. This area is long years, incredibly blessed. All have always happened to me. And, I still feel I said it before, it's so bad for this. This is $1,000 just to go someplace not counting every year that long car. They go there, they spend so much money, they get exploited by the travel industry. I am that way frustrated. Some of you are so excited that I can get Anyway, one, GG6 Echo Victor Lima in Napa, California. One, right good. Right, and the next, it's one thing, I don't remember what the question of the day was. Can you repeat the question of the day, right? I almost never have a question of the day. I'm one of these driving us for a while. Well, a lot of people I've tried to reform so much. Yeah, that's, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how you look at it. Just over cat, about 54. 72 is a nice cool breed. I just finished working dog in my obligations for the day, and we're getting there, then we go to have a hamburger barbecue this evening with friends in Sonoma, California. Other than that, everything as it usually is. I do go ahead and take it to Camille. What's better than a hamburger barbecue? Absolutely. I am so down with that. Alright, very cool. Well, one, thank you for Fred. And I hope you come back and come back often. And we'll see you every week you want. And Linda, I was very patiently waiting. And Linda, I hope you recovered from being stepped on a little bit earlier. KCGRL. Like yours.
Yeah, KCGL here. Wow, the stump was so big, let me tell you. I took my HP, the battery fell out, and the whole 9 yards. It was an episode. It's the IDO, so pretty ruggedy, so I try to, nothing happens, it's fully functional. Well, let's see here. I've been listening for a while because I've been changing my passwords, and that's usually a headache. You gotta change it to something new again, and so over the years I can't even take a guess how many passwords I had over the decades. But if you have something to write, my password is ABC123. Just kidding. But actually, people that know me would say that could be your password because I'm an MJ, that I know that anyway, that's what I've been able to do with it. Yep. The weather's pretty nice here on the West Coast. And so we're in the 70s, sun just came out, and that's pretty cool. I haven't seen anything come up from the fire. We have, the timber fire, they call it, out coast in Monterey County. And so that's always a challenge to tackle because it's rough terrain, stuff. But anyways, nothing here yet, and the sky is clearing up, I see, so it should be a nice day this afternoon. Nothing else, I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and it's Friday, so of course I'll be with the cool cats later. So 11 Cats, in case you're wondering, is on Ecolink called 11 Cats. Right now, of course, I'm coming into the Lafayette, I'm on RF, so in case
fire, you know, I mean, there used to be a fire anywhere. There hasn't been a fire in years now. So, yeah, anytime a friend says there's nothing burning here, I'm glad to do that. And like I said earlier, I was noticing this morning for a local meeting, there wasn't much in there about the fire. It started here. But if you live, south of Astoria, you'll have a situation. In fact, you're probably not home right now, you're somewhere else. Because you have to leave. You got that fire system stuff. Oh, I see. I don't think it puts us in danger here in Portland. It's miles away. But, you know. Of course, anybody in my neighborhood can burn down the whole neighborhood. You know, careless cigarette butt, somebody decided to have a regular barbecue like they love to do that. I don't want to burn the neighborhood down. You know, anybody who lives in burn the neighborhood down, and just maybe think a little bit more about, okay, what's available, what's ready, what's not ready, what's available now. You know, I'm just kind of tired of living with my building here ready. You know, I just want to get back to here and relax. Am I wrong?
Fire so Joe KSMKL on KCL. Last year we had a fire just across the street here, and you know these days they send you alerts to your phone, you know, like neighborhood alerts, I guess it's alerts, and it indicated that it's the wrong tree. I said, huh, what? I look outside, well, through my big window in the living room, there was nothing. I go to my side window, and I just, pull the curtain back, and oh my gosh, the fire was right there, literally coming my way. And you just have seconds, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, I can do this. I ran upstairs, grabbed my purse, got dressed, ran upstairs, and then I went outside, and of course, when I decided to go upstairs, I already heard the fire inside, they were working on it. And I took them a little bit, but that was too close for comfort, let me tell you. Way too close for comfort. And another time we had, you know, because we are here in the central location of the Central Coast, and sometimes summer we have from south and east and north. So one time we were really surrounded by fires. They're coming late. They had to monitor it really, really close, and you know, you have this dome, you don't see any sky. That was scary too. But anyways, yeah, we're okay, and it looks like a nice day. Hope everybody else has a nice day, a nice Friday, and maybe I'll see you later on with the Cool Cat. So this is the plan. I'll be with the Cool Cat on one chance to John Eagles. Okay, thanks now. Thanks for joining.
Wow, that's a bit people in trouble. That's for sure. That's the house that goes down. Yeah, just know that you don't need to be problems. Or our documents or, that makes it. Are they in the same spot somewhere? Are there copies of them? Yeah, they're all kinds of somebody was selected by, some of my friends years ago, the place normally doesn't have parties, for the other day award. And he was running up the other, grab his document. Well, not to do that in the fact. Anyway, look, thankfully you are fire-free, we're fire-free here, and lots of exercise. Anybody out there every day. And everyone else waving to me out there. With a friendly wave. Yeah, one more call from checkers. We'll check this thing out. Check it. Look, you're back at your call twice slowly and everything. Of course, you're outside kind of working there, I mean, Six Papa Kilo, my case is KL1 into Oscar, Jim, Valdez. And Victor Echo for Yankee Lima, and Victor Echo for Golf November in and out. Good afternoon, Roy.
Once again, waving at you now, clear now.
California? There's EAL, California. And we have, when I own here, he's the one that owns it. And, in and out, we have, YYL and Lions. Down here, and there's Rosie. Welcome, and, I'm on to the top here, Victor. K06KNO. Okay, you're coming in just fine. Not the same I did before. And so hopefully I got the right target. No, sorry, one more time. It's Kilo Oscar. November. Okay, guess I was right the first time. Anyway, Victor, how you doing today? How is this going to be today? Mike, good. Thank you. So far, I got a quick handout. And that's all to work on. I buy 22. Cut it down. Oh, fine, this is what I'm working on. Yeah, okay. Hey, very nice. And I remember back in the day when I was up there were not everything. I believe it's very popular ammo. I have it's not exactly a heavy, it's one of those, so long it does all the bands. But it's very, very cool. So that's what I was like to do. Yeah, that's the great thing about the time. Actually, I'm not going to have, I would like to come up with well, I know it. All right, well, hey, well, we just came home from our Friday ritual. Anyway, that's what happened. I wanted to thank you for yesterday explaining how the mobile telephone works. You know, a lot of people are paying too much money for their mobile phone service because they see it being giving their money away. So I see that with cable company and different things here. So, you know, and only my basic service on cable is my internet service. It's a good thing I did now because somebody stole some telephone wire out there. So our house phone was dead for a while until I get it restored. But basically, so I can have voice over IP. I've had Magic Track for years and had very low cost telephone to have in your house. And there's also a problem with that Magic Track modules to see a power supply going out to that power supply is going in. And then it seems to be what the time is higher speeds and garbage power supplies, and they just go after one. Anyway, so we have a good one out there, and you do basically kill. Yeah, how many of us? How many of us have fought to go around? my cell phone uses my phone because I created that on my site. So I shouldn't have to pay very much for it. That's why I only pay $60 a year for service. So it gives me a cell phone, service, as well as use my texting, so in other words, I like to receive text messages. So that's what I do, and it all works together. So what's happening out at the golf course? I told the carrier up there, he's going to, I already once spent $20 a month for service, so I don't usually pick it up. Yeah, that's pretty good. That I do not know. I don't know how that works. It's just I'm going to deliver. Alright, maybe they get it up like that. Anyways, alright, will you see if I can Well, nice to hear you. But you hope you have some cool weekend. K9BEC Brooks with Epstein. Alright. I don't know. Well, sometimes I look my house. Now, what I do on my ends, because I've got two of those Samsung devices, one's larger and one's smaller, but basically what happens here is that I have to have internet service, so I have Comcast. Comcast has a hotspot, okay, so that means all of your routers will work double duty. They'll work with your local, your home router as well as it works as a hotspot. So if I travel around, especially if they have, if they are subscribed to Comcast, it automatically logs me into their router, so what happens. And actually it works really quite good. And I even use that service, visiting Ann years ago up in Portland, Oregon. I used her, and she said, well, I'll give you my password and that stuff, and you can use my router. So I don't need to. It says, I get 4 of your neighbors over here that I can log into, so that's what I did up there, and so that's happened. So actually my insert from internet only devices. So basically what they do is they log into my router on my house automatically. And if I go away, they go in the hotspot. And if I go away from that, then it automatically logs into my internet only mobile phone carrier, which is which will either log into AT&T or T-Mobile. Depends on what cell tower is available. So it's sort of a multi-purpose device. Anyway, then they have my flip phone, which is basically disconnected and telephone is I don't pay a data plan on it, so it's actually $5, basically a deal. Yeah, that's mobile. I don't have Alright, Adam, I've got you on the list. That would be it. So, I've got a minute now for business right there. Alright, Alex, I've got you. I think I heard of us, and there's Alright, on the list. Alright, Wi-Fi is on the list, alright. Wi-Fi K7FWB, which is the mobile. Alright, Bill, I've got you down, so thank you very much for dropping by. We can eye out. Well, I never see the people's network. It's strictly, think of it as it tolls out as separate items, where they see it as a local, because, they have a password the router. So you don't ever see their data out there. In fact, basically, it's separate services and what have this. Some of the other ones also offer that, through their internet carriers that now I find it interesting what's happening now. Starlink and all that. And I talked to more people that have Starlink out here. Now that's like down to like 6 or 7 Starlink is basically they're going to drive that actually, I think bandwidth is around 100 to 200 megabytes per second download. And across down in that range, so they have a Starlink video. Once you put down your vehicle, you can drive around and lock in satellite or satellite. So all that's happening and improving our service, but yeah, so that's the other offering would be that. So then I got to think that you want to actually divide from all phones and that so I have to take the so basically I don't have to do that. It just works and that's what I do. So basically if I have to have stop it directly off my internet only by way of that one phone. I think what's good is that I switched over and went to James Lindbergh Rail Town. That means they have such pictures out that cell towers are actually infrared. That's why I got a infrared camera. So, and basically it actually is those parts, those parts that walk off. So different alternatives are basically
You try to reach out to us. You never know when
yeah, they're on.
So definitely give us a great weekend. And drive safely.
So, yeah,
let's go down to Alex and Tacoma. We have some ACC high-out. Good. Everybody else? We are continuing to we're taking a stop right now. The little driver guide that I have that I hope they can put on the building to the big side of it. And before we go here, wear gloves and stuff while working. Like, why don't you wear gloves? And you're still I don't like to wear gloves when I'm doing crew because it's so hard to trigger things like that. So we actually hands off and stuff like that as well. So once we get over to those return that guy just stops the thing won't move. And none of the times so I was but this time I can get it done. I will go and probably just get it first. And then we also get some laughter. We have water in the back, water in the last end. It is getting up for 40 sure. Anyway, I'm pretty sure before the balls but I guess we're ready to go and we can do work on the board on this afternoon at about 5. So I could up and on. Happy day, and this is Alex, and thanks for running it. All right, and we'll have a great weekend, man. Oh, man, those projects just never can be in this whole house today. But so far, it's looking pretty good. I tell you what I've seen, so thank you very much for seeing this on board. And hey, I believe the dog may make it on today. And the dog is making another photo, but it wasn't quite sure. Yeah, Maggie. Maddie. So maybe yeah. Although years ago, Maggie may have Maggie is a mix of all sorts of things. Is a Labrador, Rottweiler, so yeah, I think different really energetic animals. But a lot of it was pretty I don't mind the dog. So, yeah, I like mixed dogs, and I like kind of like how that, like, stuff like that.
had no everyone's involved in that. And I have two phones, my regular phone that I use, and my other.
Well, good luck with that. I hope it works out. And I can tell you, man, it could be.
And I had my phone back here.
All right, well, let us know how it all works out. Absolutely. Stop by out. Austin, back home. The island there, 750L. How's your Friday going there?
Yeah, they're a long ways down here. They're Jack of course, they're rough, wonderful. Go out driving around. One time I just go out with my dog and my iPhone on my phone. The radio I'm on. Anyway, there we go. Anyways, yeah, I've got a hotspot on my phone and I've got my mobile I use. But I was wondering if I could go and add our data capacity
All right, sounds like a pretty decent Friday so far. So it's cooling down the road there, Austin. The big fan as is. And, you know, nice going down the road. Then you let go of the wheel. We'll pull to the right or the left.
Thanks for taking my check-in. And good to hear everybody. Very, very cool. That was what that whole compound just got all squared away here. Have a problem right now, drive some crazy sites. A lot of wind here tonight. So, you and right? All right, good luck with that. Big old dog. All right, thanks, Austin. 1817. James, are you out there? 1817. Anyway, I'm going to go back. Jim, I'm going to go back to
Ohio, building 7F-17 Bill. Come on back later. Let's see who else is out there for the news next. I'm Jack, K9-7RQ. Come ahead, call sign.
Charlie 3,
Maryland on the list, all right, my dad got you.
Tomorrow,
Rich, how's your Friday so far?
last morning, that's not close.
Very well, Jack, and good afternoon to you and everyone on the net.
Yeah, I made a comment out there. See if I go to writing over here to a cell phone and texting and service. That's the thing. I hold on every day on it. That's a separate plan.
Getting ready to next week, my lady friend and I will be in Delaware. We're enjoy that. And we also ride up over Hogan Beach as well. And then down to Keswick Island. So that should be fun, entertaining scenery, and say hi to the Atlantic Ocean. Hey, Rich, I've still got
Well, I don't mind at all. And you know what's interesting about that is that you use AT&T or T-Mobile network on their SIM cards. Their SIM cards automatically configured to use the telephone outlet. And what's interesting about the whole thing is that but you have to have an unlocked phone, so that means you have to go like a new guy or whatever. There's telephones, you have one home that's unlocked, so you put the SIM card in there and it doesn't come naturally. And I tested it, and it works okay on All-Star and Echolink using the SIM card which is used for a game camera, so basically it and the offer, so certainly you can buy your time. I'm sure my to give you an idea of what I experienced. So far it's working really good. So. I like the word. And yeah, your bandwidth on Echolink and the All-Star is really low. Big fighters, 5%. It's really very low. So really that's not a big deal. You can use the reference to like thank you, Ed. Have a great weekend. I just got get the Amazon package and so forth. So I use my head for those things. That's a great deal. All right, pretty much all right. Thank you, Maine, W7JSM, John. Bill, who's that? Yeah, by the way, one last comment to that. I wanted to combine people on Amazon and that, and only like for a couple weeks or a month or whatever. There's probably some cards into one of your old smartphones if you have one that's unlocked. And you can experiment with it. And I think you'll find it'll be really convenient. And I use a Bluetooth headset, noise canceling, so we're out on the rotary where I think it works really good. I'm able to communicate through the Echolink, what I'm most used with that TV. Actually, I'll have a good one. conversation, I'll bet you can find about $40 and $50 a month service for, internet service or satellite.
And before us, so it went really well. She loved me to that. That part I was okay with, but when it was great. It went really well.
Program in there that monitored the bandwidth. And the bandwidth actually, because, Echolink is like dial-up telephone, 50K. Basically what happened was, it was very great. I mean, so your bandwidth, when I run on my Echolink for the, my info, I don't even see this as because they charge me for a bandwidth on the telephone towers. Basically, I don't really see it. So because of bandwidth, even on that, you can use All-Star in there, which I find a little harder to use. So that's why I don't use it on mine. But it's available. Basically, on a smartphone, the bandwidth is still really low. And so I don't really think it's really an issue.
Night markets are a lot of fun, and many of them are the ones I've been to are just fantastic for Britain. Usually have food trucks and all kinds of functions all around the brain. Usually with just all right, well, hey, talk to you soon. I'm glad the dog likes the first food appointment. Yeah, the dog's probably just old. I can't do it. And then again, anyway, all right, Paul, you have a great weekend. Thank you very much for
Time-wise, bandwidth-wise, go ahead and buy a lower bandwidth plan, which is for game cameras. It's working okay. So let's say about that. The cost on that was slightly lower than mine on the entire bandwidth plan. So that's what we're moving towards. So just stay tuned in and you'll see some interesting things happening in the next month. So basically,
we're talking about fuel. Yeah. low, moderately weather, super hot. Rate up 7 for most people. Rate 95%. Only one eye that works right. Wait until you can't get it. But it is just fine. You know, but I should run, yeah. Anyway, so my car's on tight too. Anyway, so today I'm going to have to just take a couple pairs of hearing aids in. One is take them to or sort of one side, and the other one they said, well, they can put their warranty in the battery. So I have an older set I'm using for a moment, so I'm fine with it. And it's lighter. And if you go to the configurator, anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, I'm going to go to the antique radio. I enjoyed it, but there's Jack goes out of the room for one of the segments. And the antique radio I have is a Motorola little, kind of vertical little thing, one of the flip ball 4 by 6 wide, which is even I told my friends like Ford, when they looked at it, they went, oh, they know exactly what tubes are in it. All the tubes out look and he was exactly correct. He knew what tubes are in the radio. So remember, the old stuff started up to the very end, very cool, and they have no problem. And old capacitors, anyway. But it's right, it's fun to see those 73 ohms, W7H.
Well, it's not like you're going to hold it against you, and if the slot means that you better buy something, Dan, you know about your friends. Come on. Oh, man, I know what it's like to go, that radio was so sweet number, so great on the cable, extra couch, music, kitchen, what will kill me, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but it's great to see you, Dan. Good looking cardiologist, and hey, this play so much music with different bands, different types of music. How do you balance the sound that you hear around you with the hearing aids and the sound you're going into with them? How do you work out that? How long does it take to adjust for a live concert and acting in?
Well, if you're performing in these, you get feedback through the melodies. A lot of concerts and hearing concerts actually. With my Volvo instructor, I tend to take care of the hearing aids way down. I use this resonance halfway through all phases you take the tubes. I get this really weird response to the hearing aids with a Volvo back to the last bit. Try to hear my hearing aids down. Just have to have a sense for how this feels. And it's 73 W7H.
Good technique, that's for sure. Well, that's a great thing. Thank you so much, Dan. Hey, have a great weekend. Enjoy your Friday afternoon work. Say hi to those when you can. All right, let's go over to Newport, Washington, and say hi to Ken. And once again.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Everyone on the net, Jack. Yes, KDM. Well, I'm not in Newport, so I'm in the town of Lastra, and that's just shocking. And you know, all this talk about doctors just fits into my day perfect. Well, Jack, a little while ago, I went to my mother's physician and accepted my shoulder. He said we'll be sending you to a specialist or something, and anyway, I got a form letter, from the specialist, and then I'll list this time, and well, Jack, you know, I should read things more better, I don't know this word. Anyway, I should do a better job of reading, maybe put my glasses on, so I told Pam, yep, got my appointment here August 14th at 11 o'clock, got to drive into Spokane, so plus 50 miles there, plus 50 miles back, and so I walked into the reception room, and, that's how you check me in? Yes, I am. I was supposed to be at 10:45. I'm 10:45. I don't have to down my list today. But no, that's good. We're out in one of the flavors that, what's going on here? And probably 6:30, like that. What's your letter? I got my letter. Well, I got it. And it's good. Well, Jack, I really read it very carefully. said, no, it's for 9/14, September 14th. Yes, 30 days from now. I just had to talk my way into it. Maybe you could squeeze me in for, I drove 100 miles, basically. And she said, no, I'm sorry, my doctor's not here today, so, yeah, you'll have to get back in September. Yeah, anyway, I'm kind of following going home to get some blood, get some shots for Pam. But yes, maybe I should have read that better. The address with my glasses off, or the time, the date, looks like it's 8 to me. That's close, but I'm close to an 8. Anyway, maybe next time I can do a better job. Anyway, thank you. If you have the hearing aids, Jack and Dad had micro-circuitry. We'll make you live with giant power supply and get a car with lots of feed, amp, and gauge, wires running everywhere, a microphone, and all this miniature speaker taped to the side of your head. Now, we're really see with hearing aids without microprocessors. Anyway, Jack, everyone, this is Ed Wamke, back to you.
Yeah, that would be a sight with it, but hey, you know what, I mean, hey, it's help people, and it's amazing what you can put up with, right? The eyeball and all kinds of crazy things like that. Well, hey, you know what, your September 14th appointment, I understand you got there just a bit early, but you know what's great is that you put this on your calendar right after your appointment, 3 days later, 15, 16, 17, September 17th. And Ken, I want you to go do this now if you're actually at home. If you are at home, put this on your calendar, the June 10th on September 17th is number 2500. As I mentioned, we'll be handing out some prizes to lucky winners randomly drawn. So there you go, back to you.
Well, Jack, I think that sounds fantastic. Yes, I heard you mention that the other day, and I wanted to know if you're taking an early check-in. How early? Well, maybe right today. Maybe with Jack. Yes, I heard there's going to be prizes and 2,500. I was at your last big celebration there, and I don't know if that was 2,000, 25, yeah, anyway. Congratulations, and I'll be there, Jack. But I better put it on my calendar. Anyway, thank you. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
All right, and hey, you know, just off to the side of the side road, you mentioned Brastrom, city in Kootenai County, Idaho, and Brastrom, listen to this, again, I mean, I didn't know about Brastrom, but it says here, in the 1800s, the town was initially called Westwood, in honor of one of the founders of the town, a pony and stretch rider and rancher, Charles Wesley Wood, also known as West. How about that? Pretty cool, huh? Anyway, good to hear you again. Say hi to River. Hope you're doing well. Say hi to Molly. And of course, wife Sam. PG7BQ. Hi, Mike.
Hi, Jack. Wow. Well, I'm a translator. Couple places. Yeah. And nice day. I mean, cool. So far, sun's out. Hopefully, very pleasant. My mother, HHSJW, is 4 days. Otherwise, yeah, now I realize one reason I haven't checked music. I missed too much lately. I've been kind of ill. Like, something can't stick around long. Hear my name. So, I've been a lot of listening. I haven't heard, anyway, boy, I'm ill, I can tell. Anyway, back to you, Jack, and, now we'll pause for today's identification. This is the KT7B.
Well, you started repeating your brother's call sign, KKSJW, Kenneth Lord. Oh, I love his name. That's my legal Kenneth. Anyway, all right, well, happy 64th again, and I hope this is a good one. Hey, you know what, Kenneth? Kenneth might have your brother check into that someday. Something hear his voice. It'll be a lot of fun. Back there, he's on Kenneth. Happy birthday, Ken. And hey, Mike, get back. on, he was going to talk to Dave down at 681.
Hello, Jack and Annette. Dave on 621 here in Alvarado Hills. Mike, I hope you feel better. I don't know you and never spoke to you, but I hope you feel better. Let's see, it was 58 degrees this morning. The high is going to be 84. Wow, that is so great. They got this marine layer coming in. I don't know. A natural air conditioner, I guess is what they would call it. Let's see, Jack. It's been a long week. So it's really super busy, and it's going to be that way next week and the next week after. So when I can, I'll try to check in. There's a lot of places where I need to use Starlink to check in, so, and I'll deploy the Starlink, but I still am so busy. Let's see, I want some YouTube videos, Amtrak experiences to different places, including Seattle, so if we can do something like that, I'll talk to my bride and see. And I hope you're doing well. Thanks for doing what you do, and I'll return it back to you. Have a great day there, Jack. F6QD1.
All right, Dave. Well, hey, enjoy that cooler temperature. Yeah, boy, that helps, doesn't it? Really up all day long. Oh, man. Well, hey, W7ZJL Austin is taking his work truck in for an alignment because it's kind of drifting to the right a little bit. You have to do that with your truck as well, because I know you're up there a lot of numbers both sides as well, so probably a lot of uneven road surfaces and just uneven wear on the tires. Back to you, Dave.
Yeah, all the time. Matter of fact, last week I just had some brakes done. That was like an $800 job. So that had to get done. And let's see, what fire was I on? Last year I was on the Burnett fire, and I thought my mechanic was taking care of rotating tires. Well, one of the other team members said to me, Dave, the tires are really bad, so we had to get tires done. And that was like we had to get the auto inspector's approval, and we had to get all 4 tires replaced. And they weren't cheap. But anyways, of course the employer's taking care of all that. So yes, to answer your question, F6QD1.
All right, yeah, well, it's good that you had that done too. You definitely want to stay on the road, not on the side of the road or in the ditch, especially with all the work tools and whatnot. Anyway, yeah, and Austin also did report that he had a non-repairable flathead tire replacement there. Anyways, all right, well, you take care. Hey, talk to you soon there, Dave. Have a good weekend. Working. KBHCMY, he knows a thing or two about tires and driving and the truck and working Dave. That like 50 tires on it. Big old break. Mike, how are you doing? KBHCMY.
Yeah, good afternoon, Jack. Yeah, there are a lot of tires on the brakes. Actually, I had one this morning at gas 4 in the process. That's the wall one. This is something I didn't decide. It will accommodate 24 containers, 40 containers. Right now, I'm putting 40. Instead of putting in, sometimes it's actually figures for 40. I think picking up a loading container. They're going to deliver it probably Monday. I won't probably not. Some people deliver it. Then after they deliver it, they're going to drive it to the point. And yeah, what is that? Back up looking at it right now. Give me an idea. It's like the head, like the head a little. Where they can sleep. It's bigger. It's got a little compartment they can sleep. That's the sleep during the back window. That's the station. I've been staying. I don't like them in the port either because you have no visibility. I'm looking kind of sleep in the lane next to me, and he has a 4-axle. So he has spare tires, 2 drive cannons, and he has a drop down. So that's the thing that a lot of the rigs have drop down. A lot of the other states I've driven in here have
Holy moly.
Everything has a block down. In fact, I'm kind of odd man out. I have a 3-axle, which I like. It has a shorter wheel. Anyway, speaking of tires, in fact, when the gentleman mentioned that, I probably need to rotate the tires on the Yaris. And, you know, I have the original brakes on that. Every time I go to check and say, hey, do I need to do the brakes? And they say, no, your brakes are fine. That car is almost 16 years old. And I still have the original brakes. So you can tell I don't slam on the brakes very much. So anyway, it's 67 degrees here. I'm at Terminal 5, which is just off the West Seattle Bridge. West Seattle Bridge actually is behind me, just south of me. And ahead of me I can see the Space Needle. Well, as soon as some of these trucks move on, I'll be able to see the Space Needle. And in downtown, it's a beautiful day here. As I look to my left, I can see West Seattle, all those houses on the hill. I think they got a pretty good view up there. Anyway, Jack, let me pass it back to you. Good to hear everyone. Happy Friday, and 7-3.
All right, sounds like a decent day, Mike. All right, hey, thank you so much for driving. Yeah, well, thank you for that, too, and all the work you do out there on the road, staying safe. So do your Yaris driving skills extend to your semi-truck driving skills? Do you find that you're sending the truck in for brakes not very often?
You know, that's a good question. Yeah, I would say so. I usually don't slam on the brakes a whole lot, but really it's the other way around. I think that the semi skills, commercial driving skills, kind of extend to the passenger vehicle in a way, but I guess it's interchangeable. So, yeah, in any event, any vehicle, I pretty much conduct myself in the same way. And so, yeah, I don't slam on the brakes. And usually in the semi, I mean, you're, 60,000 pounds, so you really don't want to be in a situation you got to slam on the brakes. You're not going to stop real fast. So, in the Yaris you can, but, you know, it's just, so the habits extend to the Yaris. So it's the other way around, Jack, I would say. I would say it goes from the commercial vehicle to the Yaris, and maybe that's why the Yaris lasts so long. Back to you, Jack. KB8BMY.
Yeah, I eventually sold my Yaris. I had it for years and years, and I don't remember if I got a brake job at all on that car. But I love that thing. That was a great car. All right, well, hey, thank you so much, Mike. Drive safe, and really appreciate you coming by and telling us what's going on there. Say hi to Courtney. Have a great weekend. Let's see who else is out there for the noon net, 12:51 p.m. I'm Jack, KI7RMU. Call, sign, and name if you'd like to join us.
KI7 Zulu Echo India, Tim.
Howdy,